Guys, thank you all so much for attending today. This is Vic here, by the way, Vic Noble, and this webinar is, I hope is going to be relatively short. I do want to get all the relevant information across, but we'll move it right along here. And it's just me here. Darko is not going to be here with us. Basically, well, I first of all said you don't have to be here. There's no reason to, and it's just not necessary. It's a late at night for him as well. He lives in Sweden. And trust me, he has enough on his plate already. This is just some changes that we made to the premium service that are really, really good that I want to tell you about. I'm holding it because we've added some new features to the service. More specifically, Darko has added them, and they are they're truly great features. Actually, I would say the best features that we've ever added, and ones that'll make your trading easier than ever before. And I want to show you exactly what they are, where they are, how they work, and examples and all that. You'll notice that it says here CC enhancements and in brackets care added. And the reason I put that is because I read an interesting post the other day from a personal development site that I belong to. And it started off by saying, why is it that when we enhance a product or service, or when we want our clients to enjoy a truly quality experience, when we give them far more than we take, why do we call it added value? Isn't that called caring? And that really resonated with me, because that's exactly what Darko and I try to do, show care for our members and give them the best service that we can to help them reach their trading goals. So yes, they're enhancements to our premium service charts. They definitely are, but really they represent more care for our members. And as the name suggests, it's exclusively, premium service charts. It's exclusively for our premium service clients. I'm going to talk about how you can become a CC premium service member shortly, very inexpensively. But first, I want to show you around the CC room where you can find these charts, how you can use them, and what has come up in the past few days. We'll show you trades that have actually happened. So let me make sure we'll next. This is the disclaimer. I should read this out. I think you all should know this, but let's do it. The products and ideas referenced at this site are analytical tools only, and are not intended to replace individual research or licensed investment advice. Unique experiences and past performances do not guarantee future results. Trading currencies involves substantial risk, and there's always the potential for loss. Your trading results may vary. No representations being made that these products and any associated advice or training will guarantee profits or not result in losses from trading. Never use anything other than risk capital for trading. This is a throwback from my days as a futures broker. I mean, I always have to read this stuff out. I think most people get it, but you know what? Let's just make sure. So let's have a look at what we've done. What you're looking at right here is our Coach's Corner members page, and I want to show you what we do here. Is the first thing we do is go to on this members page. Like, there's all sorts of information for when you become a member. Like, this quick start guide's a must, but this is what I want to focus on: the CC Premium Service. If you click this link, go to the Premium member page, you'll see these links here. This is the usage guidelines. And for the Skype chat room, very important that you read these. There's nothing heavy in here, but they just spell out what's allowed and what's not allowed in the chat room. And honestly, we've had really zero problems. I mean, our members are all very respectful of each other, and stuff that we don't get into, religion and politics and things like that, right? This down here, click to see access all PMA videos. That's just here as a convenience. You can just click it and go straight to the latest pre-market analysis videos that Darko puts out. There's the latest one from today, January 29th. And this micro video here, sometimes somebody will ask a question in the premium chat lounge or in the Skype chat lounge. Rather than type it out for Darko, it's a lot easier for him just to do a quick video showing charts or whatever to answer the person's questions. So he just does a little micro video. It doesn't have to do them too often, but once in a while. This is the baby that we're here for right here, okay? And this is, what this webinar is all about. So let's click on it and have a look, and here's what we've done. You'll notice here we now have these tabs: day trade, swing trade, support, resistance, trade management, commodity, and indices. Something to know is that we we are always looking to add additional features. And actually, I was just chatting with Darko today, and we're probably going to have a position trading one on here soon enough, okay? So if you click on one of these, and here's the beauty of what he's done now, is that if you click on one of these links, like this is from today, okay, and what they are is a backup of what he's just done his PMA video. So for the British pound New Zealand dollar today, he was looking for a price to go down, but it was already down. This is the last price right here when he recorded the video, the PMA video, and so now he posts a screenshot of exactly what to look for. Pretty darn easy. So you can look at those. For swing trading, it's the same thing. Support resistance are levels that he'll post because they're ones that we want to keep an eye on in the future. If I click on it, this is a weekly chart of the US yen, and we are interested in this level. So it's a heads up, ahead of time, not after the fact. Nothing happens after the fact. We do it all ahead of time. So people can actually use it, because everybody's a great hindsight trader, right? So we just ahead of time, we're watching that level, and we'll see what happens if and when price gets there, and we'll trade around it using everything else. And then I'm going to leave trade management for just a minute. That is a fantastically good. I got to show you this one in just a minute. Commodities and indices. Darko used to post these trades over in the day trade and swing trade tabs, but it's just a mess. It got like, if somebody, like, there's a lot of people don't have any interest in trading commodities or indices, but a lot of people do. So everything that we do, you can trade on any asset class. So you'll see this is the US 30 is the Dow 30. This is the NASDAQ, and these are bonds. There's Bitcoin even he's watching. So he'll give scenarios for that. So, pick whatever one you want, but I'll just take the first one here. And, he's noting that the US weekly chart has got these higher lows going up. This is a very good level to watch to see what happens when price gets down there. And we don't know when it's going to happen or whatever, but it's just a heads up ahead of time. Okay. And again, if you're not a commodity trader, just forget this tab. If you're not a swing trader, what's the point of clicking on this? If you're a day trader, stay here, whatever, or maybe you're a swing trader, doesn't matter. Like I say, we're always looking to add additional features. The gears are turning in Darko's brain at all times. And if and when there's a new feature added, obviously we'll let everyone know. And like I said, Darko's now talking about putting a position trading tab for those that want a much longer term approach. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, I hope you can see how easy it is to see what trades are setting up. It's just a screenshot and exactly what to do, right? I mean, like I say, it's a picture, a screenshot of what we want to see happen in order to take a trade. And I'm going to show you these exactly how to use them in just a sec. The trade management. I can tell I've been running the Coach's Corner since 2006, as most of you people know. If I had to pick the most common reason as to why traders don't make it and why they continue to struggle, I would say it's trade management. I mean, there's lots of other reasons, yes, but that would be the main one. That's the one that can make such a huge difference. Not only that, I can promise you that if you fail to exercise proper trade management, you will fail in this game, guaranteed. Because I mean, you just have to have a plan in place for managing a trade. It's not optional. Price doesn't go one way forever. You have to understand how to manage it. And what a great resource this is, as you're going to see in a minute here, of how to manage a trade. And actually, Darko has posted a bonus video. I'll just go back to the PMA videos, and there's a bonus tab. You'll see right here. He's bonus video, Darko's trade management rules. Okay, so you can go over those, but in these charts here, he shows them. He doesn't post trade management on every trade. He puts them up there for educational purposes, but sometimes in a live trade. Okay, so that's like today, for example. I'll show you that in just a minute. And of course, if you need more information about trade management and the trade setups, it's just a text away for our Skype chat members. So just another great reason to be in the premium service. Even if you're taking a longer term swing trade approach, sometimes there's trade management questions that members have, or questions, about other setups that we can answer on the fly. Okay, so far so good. So Oh, by the way, I just put this in here. I did it at the last minute here because today, just actually maybe half an hour ago, I don't know if you're in the Skype chat room, you can check this one. One of the guys, I forget who it was now, it might have been James. Anyway, Darko Ali, your example of trade management for the pound New Zealand dollar is so good, it should be in the CC resource area also so it isn't lost. It is so clear on how to properly manage a trade. I loved it. And we're going to be seeing more of these. I know it because how to mitigate losses and things like that are really, really important for your trading. Okay. Now, I wanted to make a very, very important point here. Sometimes, and we're going to get into these before and after trades, but sometimes a trade will set up after the PMA has been recorded, and it'll be posted in the premium service charts, and members will be notified about it in the Skype lounge or on Twitter. So you don't even have to worry about that because Darko takes care of it. Okay, all done for you. Not a problem. Okay, so that's really nice. So what we'll do now is we'll go and have a look at some examples of before and after from this week. If you saw my last week's weekly trade videos, I already posted a bunch of those ones. It was actually a really good week last week. And you know, we never know what it's going to be. We don't you know draw big conclusions after one day of trading or 1 week of trading or even a month. You got to stay with things for a while. So on Monday, January the 27th, there were actually several trades setting up, but there was also a great big spike. Let me just get these back up here. You'll notice on the 27th, there's nothing in here. It goes from the 24th to the 28th because there was what happened, there was a great big opening gap in price for most of the pairs to start the week, and that gap invalidated the trades because of a break in the market structure that we were looking for. So there was nothing on Monday. On the 28th, on Tuesday, when Darko did his PMA, there were no trades setting up. Think about that. Like now you can see them here, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But just think about it. You go in there and there's no trade setting up. Would that bother you? I think it would bother a lot of people because a lot of people think that because they're at their computer that they need to trade. See, and it's just not a good thought. Do you have a need to trade, right? Even if there isn't a valid setup. And this is common, by the way. I'm not making this up. And are you able to control that need? Because if you don't, and you don't have the patience, honestly, trading isn't for you. This is not to be fooled with. You should wait until you got a really good odds set up before you make a trade. We all know that, but it's not necessarily the behavior that happens, right? So now, during the trading day, several trades set up, and then Darko posted them in the premium service charts, and everyone was notified on Twitter that the premium service charts were updated. Because remember I said that sometimes a trade sets up during the trading day after Darko has recorded the PMA, and this is just another one of the great advantages of the premium service. Like you get getting updated live when something happens. So let's have a look at the trades that he posted during the day. I'm not going to go over every single one of them. You'll get the idea. And just so you know, for day trades, this is important that you know this, we require that we get filled on that day. Okay, once the day's over, the trade's no longer valid. So let's have a look at these ones and take a look at see how they worked out. So let's just go, we can just start. I'm not going to do the cable New Zealand dollar because this is on the 28th because we had it today. It never got filled, by the way, I can tell you that. The euro Kiwi. Let's go have a look at this one here. What was he looking for? So here's the little drawing. This is, I mean, I don't know how you get it easier than this, but like he's looking for, this is where price was at right up here when he did his recording. He's looking for price to come down. Okay, this is because of the higher time frame market structure. I'm just showing you the entry here for now, but price for to come down and come up, and we were going to sell it right here with a stop above here. This red rectangle represents your risk. You're going to sell it here, and your stop's going to go above here, and then we'll be shooting for the downside. Okay. If we go to the Euro Kiwi, just remember this picture. Okay. If we go to the Euro Kiwi, where is it? Right there, and there's the hourly chart. This is the 28th. He was looking for price to go down and come up to here. Well, it never happened. In fact, here's this black vertical line is the end of the day. So remember I said we want to be filled that day or it's no trade. And it just didn't happen. So there's no trade. And in fact, this is the level that we were looking at for price to go below and come back to it. This has been holding really well. So if something else is going on, simply no trade, no problem. We just don't chase anything. Okay, that was the EN. Let's have a look at the next one on the list here. How about the Euro Swissy? What happened with the Euro Swissy? Well, on the Euro Swissy, we had hit a real nice level of support down into here. And price had gone up. It had gone above this high. That's significant. We had this, we call a swing break. And this is actually what we call a rotation as well, which is good. So we're looking for price to come back and buy this level right down. There's like a little head and shoulders in here, right? You might recognize that. But it's just a swing break, a rotation for us. And we're just going to buy this level back into here. Again, this rectangle is the risk. And the reward's going to be way to the upside here. Keep an eye, because just kind of get this picture in your mind, Euro Swissy 1 hour chart. Let's go have a look at the Euro Swissy right there, 1 hour chart. I actually do the line in here. The price was up here when Darko recorded it. We're looking to buy it down here. What happened? It just never came back. Right? So there's no trade on here. And it, I know that, you know, I hope you realize that that's perfectly fine. Don't chase anything. If it doesn't come to you, wait till it does. You want to, be like a, I don't know, professional poker player. Like, fold if it's not the way that you want. The cards aren't they're not the cards that you want. Let's have a look at another one. I don't know if that was a very good example of a poker player. Anyway, here's another one. The CAD Swissy, or pardon me, the CAD Yen. This was a really nice setup. I was really hoping to get filled on this one. Again, this is a really good level of support on the higher time frames. We wanted price to come down. Notice where the price was at when Darko recorded it. This was the risk, this little box down here, and the reward even up into this level here was pretty good, like probably about a 3-to-1 almost, right? So let's go look at the CAD Yen hourly chart. Not day, CAD Yen. Where are we here? Here we are right here. And it was on the 28th. It was on this day. Did price come down? Nope, didn't make it either. So, it's just not reacting. Look where it went to, by the way, right about that area where he was looking for it to go to. But in any event, it didn't hit it, no trade. And again, you got to be okay with waiting it out when they don't set up. Let's go to the 29th today. So I'll show you some that did make it. This one, the Euro Swissy, I can tell you right now, didn't make it either. We were looking for a price to come back into here. Here's the risk. I mean, I just love the simplicity of a picture, personally. But here's the one that got filled today. It was the British pound New Zealand dollar pair. Price is going down, right? We broke below this level. That's good. We'd like to see that. And we're looking to sell it back up at this level here. This is all higher time frame resistance up here too, by the way. Okay, so we go to the cable Kiwi. Pardon, did I say Swissy? I meant the British pound New Zealand dollar pair. Let's go to the British pound New Zealand dollar pair. What happened? Here was the picture that Darko drew, and the price was in here somewhere, and he was looking to sell it right here, wasn't he? Look what happened. Just chop, chop, chop. By the way, any idea why this might have happened? Maybe because of the FOMC rate release coming. That's a big, huge red flag news release and a dangerous number to be. Like at the time that the release came out, there was no, you weren't in profit. And Darko actually posted in the CC chat lounge that he took his off at break even, because this was the sell right here at 99.44, something like that. We actually do it at 92, 2 pips easier. And he posted in the room, he's taking his off for break even. And other members did as well. All of this is hindsight now. When that FOMC number comes out, this could have shot straight up, and there could have been some real nasty slippage just because and it could have been dangerous. So we have protocols for what we do. Could have got lucky, could have kept it, and it could have gone straight down too. But anyway, that's the way we do it. Now I want to show you something that's really cool. While this was happening, see, the fill was right in here and it kept going up. Darko was posting trade management. And I just love this. And that's why that little quote that I just showed you from that member who was pretty happy about it. I want to show you what happened in this trade. On the trade management tab, so Darko posted, this is the British pound, New Zealand dollar part 1. So this is before it got filled. If price, and you look at the notes here, if price establishes above 99.44, that's this level right here, this is the big resistance level we're looking for, mitigate your risk. If price reacts from 99.44 and goes down, right, mitigate your risk. So you're always looking to do something with risk as much as you can. Well, here's the second one here, part 2. What happened? Filled. See that? Filled. Here's our risk because our stop is 7 pips above the highest high. That's how we do it. And then our target's going to be way down here. It's a huge, huge reward on this trade if it worked out. Our significant neckline, which is the resistance level, okay, is 99.44, and now it's a waiting game. We either see a reaction down. If that's the case, we mitigate our risk and move it 7 pips above the reaction candle. If price closes above 99.44, that's a warning sign. No action, but if we establish above 99.44, then you need to adjust your stop loss 7 pips above the established candle, and I'll show you what that is. When I say established candle, you'll see. Let's go to the next slide, or the next update that he did. And he goes, price clearly closed above, see this level, he's got it circled, closed above 99.44. It's just a warning sign, no action required. But then on the next one, part 4, look at this, price established. Established means that the entire candle, the high, low, and close, is above this resistance level. We do not want to see that. Move your stop from here down to here. Move your stop loss down to 7 pips above the established candle. That's this one. And I tell you something, you can quite often have mitigate your loss, like cut it in half or even better sometimes not as much, but it's a really, really important thing to do. Keep your loss as small as possible, okay? But at the same time, still giving yourself a chance. And then the last one was here. And he said, if you're nervous about this trade because you have several chances to exit at break even. He let everybody know, and because the FOMC rate release is coming up and all that kind of stuff. So I think that that's just one of the greatest features about this whole thing. And let's just go back to here for a minute here. So one of the things that we can't do, right, is force you to sit on your hands when there's nothing setting up, and that's going to happen. And last week, like I said, was a really good week of trading for us. This week, we're coming into the end of the month. Quite often, things are just a little bit sketchier at the end of the month, and so something just to know about. But we don't force a trade. When you don't have the odds in your favor, you don't force a trade because you're bored. Okay, that part's up to you and your discipline. Okay, here's an extreme situation. Like, think about this. Wouldn't you rather have, what if you only had 2 trades all month? I know that'd be kind of hard to wait through all that, but listen, if you had 2 trades all month and you were profitable, that's sure better than having 10 or 15 trades and having a losing month. Not to mention the extra stress that goes along with taking a bunch of non-qualified extra trades because you're bored or whatever, right? So really, really important to consider that kind of stuff. I want to talk about what matters now, and this is, I don't know, I think this is the most important part of this webinar. Like, I wanted to show you those features because they are so good. I really think they're going to make a difference. I just like the idea of looking at a picture and just, it's pretty obvious. So anyway, please really pay attention to this. I have a few what I think are really important considerations and thoughts, and then I'll get into some. I want to show that the pricing, we always do that at the end of these things, we've made it really attractive. And maybe you'll find that what I have to say a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll identify with what I have to say. Both Darko and I, especially Darko, because he's a cop, always take the position that it's important that you hear what you need to hear and not what you necessarily want to hear. We're here to help people get better, and you know, there's no point in pussyfooting around and mollycoddling everybody. Let's just get it out there and get the right things in there. No worries, Karen. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. So yeah, it's really, really important that we step up and say the right thing. The question is this: are you living up to your potential with your trading, and are you proud of your performance? Because something that is an absolute truth is that your results never lie. You can't fake it. You can tell somebody else about your results that aren't quite right, aren't quite true, but to yourself, you can't fake it. So here's the thing. I mean, obviously we want you to grab a hold of this opportunity while it's here. And I'll tell you this, I'll tell you something here, and I know this from personal experience, as most people do. You're gonna always regret the things that you did not do in your life, the things that you never had the courage to try. And if giving yourself a chance to, you know, to possibly becoming a consistently profitable trader is one of those things that you didn't try, I mean, what's going to happen? You're going to kind of wonder, gee, you know, what if I had at least tried this, whatever this is, you know, because it's what you're going to regret is playing it safe, staying in your comfort zone, allowing fear and doubt to overrule your desire for doing better in whatever it is that you want to do better at. In our case, it's trading the Forex markets. Funny thing is, like, you know, we can show people exactly what to do, where to buy, where to sell, where to put your stop, suggestions from trade management that you know, you just saw those premium service charts. It's a picture, right? How hard is it to follow that? And yet, honestly, most people fail at it. Why? It's because they fail to execute the process, and that's usually born from fear or greed and excuse making. And I'm telling you these things not to give some, you know, evangelistic speech and suck you into joining us or doing anything that you don't want to do. That's not it. I'm saying it because I deeply believe that it's the truth. And I also think that fear plays a big role in a lot of things for us, right? Fear, because whether it's in trading or learning a new skill or taking a class or you're thinking of running a marathon, does that scare you a little bit? You know, whatever it is, it's only an excuse for being unwilling to face the doubts and the insecurities. That's it. Don't let it do that. Like, it's up to you. You can control that. And here's something to consider. Like, if you're ever going to find greatness, or whatever you want to call it, in your life, no matter what it is that you say that you want to do, you have to decide that what you want is bigger and far more important to you than the fear that's stopping you from achieving it. You know, something you got to override that, and that is something that you need to decide on. Like, stay where you are, doing what you're doing, or spread your wings and at least give yourself a chance at experiencing something better for yourself. Because I don't know if you've probably done this. Whenever you accomplish something because you were brave enough to overcome fear, man, that's the ultimate. That's a pretty nice feeling. And that is what leads to personal growth in all areas of your life, not just in trading. So I think that making up excuses, I put that in here too, because that's a big one as well. You need to turn your back on excuses. It's so easy to make an excuse. I've done it myself. I don't know anybody who hasn't done it. Like, you know, I don't have time. I'm busy. I'm this, I'm that. I'm too young. I'm too old. I'm too whatever. Right? But you have to decide how badly you want something. You can always find an excuse to stay where you are. But, you know, there's negative consequences associated with making excuses too, right? I want to come back to the final thing for you to think about, and then, which I mentioned earlier. And this will help you determine if you need help with your trading or not. And it's just one thing that you need to take a look at, and it's your results. Results never lie. Your commitment to becoming the best you can be at anything is found in your results. Like, you know, are you committed to being a consistently profitable trader? Easy answer, look at your results, right? Committed to being in good shape. Have a look in the mirror, get on the scale, being a good, I don't know, staying on a diet that you started. Look at the results. Whatever it is, just look at your results and you'll see how well you're doing. Okay, so if your trading results aren't where you want them to be, well, really your choices are quit or do things differently. There's not much left. And we would really love to see you choose to do things differently and become part of our community. Okay. Oh, by the way, I just stuck this up here. This is our Facebook, our social media links here. you can pause the recording later and look at them here, just so you all are aware of them, because we post lots of stuff on here, and that you can, I think, are beneficial. This CC starter service, yeah, you know, like you get a free PMA every week, and I think you'll find them quite useful if you're not going to join the service. But anyway, after that long philosophical rant, let me tell you about our very juicy pricing. We use juicy a lot in our Skype room. I don't know if somebody started using it, and I think Darko actually, and everybody's talking about juicy this and juicy that. But anyway, a CC premium service membership is by far the best and the fastest way to get up to speed and consistent profitability. And look, a lot of it depends on you, the trader, and how you use the information, how coachable you are. Like, do you deviate from the rules and the setups? Do you not take a trade because, excuse me, because of fear and doubt? Do you use sound trade management principles or not? Okay, like, we can't control what you do with the information. We have a way of trading that flat out works if it's followed. But learning it and being some kind of a great trader in just 1 month, I'd be lying if I said that happens with most people, because it doesn't. But there's a great correlation, and I can guarantee you this, very high correlation between people who commit to learning this, and I mean for more than a month or two, and their success level. A great correlation. That's the truth. And I wish I could tell you otherwise, but it would just be misleading and not true, and I'm not going to do that. So anyway, here is the pricing on the Coach's Corner. And you know what? I'll go through them here, and I'll tell you something here. The basic service, we have a $97 a month. You guys probably all know this. We're $4.99 for 6 months. That's the basic service, and you get all the CC content, the PMAs, and all that, but no Skype lounge access, no live coaching, none of the premium service charts I just showed you. Or the premium service per month is $147. Just remember this, or $6.97 for 6 months, or $11.97 for a year. And the premium service includes everything that the basic service has, plus the Skype lounge, all the live interaction with Darko and I, other members, all the new features I just showed you, and everything, okay? What I was going to say is that, just to be honest with you, we actually have quite a few people who are paying $97 a month. So they are basic service members with no access to the premium service. And this, don't take offense to anything I'm saying here. I'm just telling you some facts about our membership and how you might want to reconsider things. And the most transient members that we have are the month-to-month subscribers. And I'm not surprised about that. And what really kills me is that these members could be paying less than what they're paying now and be premium service members. And the best way to get a cheaper monthly rate is to commit to a longer term than a month. The one thing you could do, there's a couple of options. You could upgrade to the premium service. And what we'll do is we'll apply your latest $97 monthly payment to a 6-month or yearly plan, either basic or premium. And if you want to do something like that, you just get a hold of Vic Young at info@forexmentor.com, and he'll set that all up. Okay. But here's the special offering that we have that I talked about earlier, and it's for joining our premium service, where you get access to everything we have. So that means all the premium service stuff we just saw, the micro videos and the premium service charts, screenshots, and day and swing trading, and et cetera. You saw all that stuff. And the trade management, I think that's just gigantic. So, and again, if the commodity and indices and swing trading, for example, isn't your thing, ignore it. Don't get confused or overwhelmed and think you're missing out on anything. That's not for you. So you can see the monthly, or probably the yearly and the 6 month. $9.97 works out to $83 a month. Like, I don't know. Hey Vic, could you post the links for everybody? Maybe that might be a good idea. And if you want just a 6 month, yeah, that works out to $99.50. Remember that how much was the premium service monthly rate? $147. Remember right here, $147, right? So this works out to like $99.50 a month for 6 months, $83 for a year. Okay, so you can see that. Now, this last one, I want to talk about this $89 a month installment. Okay. You might recognize this because we offered it back in November last year. We had a webinar last year in November. And although it was quite popular, there are some issues with it from our end. And I'm going to give fair warning that it's very likely the last time you're going to see this. And I'm not trying to throw some, scare tactic or scarcity selling trick or anything here. There's a few reasons for not allowing the installments. Administratively, it's been a headache. And I'm just echoing what I've heard from the back office. And the overhead involved is just, well, they're just not worth it. And we don't need to be doing this price level at all. We've done it in order to make it more affordable for more people. Well, to me, it is like dirt cheap for what we're providing. It's almost $10 a month cheaper than paying $97 a month for the basic membership. And as I said before, I've said this before in other webinars, go out on the internet and see for yourself if this is good value or not. Videos posted every day in advance, not after the fact, screenshots, a live chat room, all of this stuff, all for under $100 a month. I don't know. I don't think you'll find it. I've never seen it. There's a cost to education no matter what you do. And if our 6 month, and listen, and I mean this in all honesty, if the 6 month and yearly plans are out of reach for you, maybe the timing isn't right for now. That happens. Okay, that's fair enough. Now, if you do want to join using the installment payments, please listen carefully. We offered this in November last year, and I made it crystal clear. Well, I thought I made it crystal clear that this installment offering was not to be used as a way to get a price break, use our premium service for a month, and then quit, or even after a few months. Don't forget, because the $89 includes the premium service. The regular price for the premium service is $147 a month. So, we give up $60 a month per subscriber, and in turn, the subscriber agrees to honor the 1 year commitment. This is not a trick to rope anybody into our service. Don't do it if it's not in the cards for you. It's a price break to make it more affordable, nothing more. So we expect those who take us up on this to honor their part. Unfortunately, we had some delinquencies, not a lot, but some delinquencies where people just decided to quit. And that's not fair to those who are honoring the payments or to us. So anyway, it'd be like me saying, hey, sorry, thanks for your $89 a month, but we decided to jack it up to $125 a month because $89 is not enough and you have to pay it. Like, it's not, it's ridiculous. One final thing, if anyone does join for $89 and then quits early, read this here, because they're not going to be entitled to any future discounts for our products or services. Listen, we're not insensitive to the fact that special circumstances can come up, but we just basically have to trust that people are being honest with us. And we'll certainly be honest with you and honor everything, okay? Yeah, I don't listen, and that's the end of what I have to say here. I don't mean for any of this to sound negative or anything. We simply want everyone to get the best experience possible and to understand everything right from the beginning, and then that'll be just perfect. Premium service is only going to get better and better as Darko adds more features to enhance the whole service. And yeah, and that's what I had to say. Does anybody have any questions? Let me just see here. Vic, oh, you got those links out. Thanks, Vic. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, no worries, Martin. Thanks for attending. Really appreciate it. Anybody else? Anything that's pressing or questions, something on your mind? Anything I can help you with, answer, whatever? Pretty quiet room here. Well, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, you know what? There's a good question here. I actually have a oh, thanks, Shahid. Great. It would be great to have you with us. A good question from Rich. He says, Vic, do you have some track records of your strategy? We stopped doing that. And I tell you, track records are one of the most misleading things ever. I mean, because, and usually it's because of trade management. It's a lot because of a lot of things. But what one person gets with their trading, nobody else is going to get the same results ever. It's not going to happen. You get in at a little different price. You get out at a different price. You manage your trade a little bit differently. I can tell you the trades that were filled with the ones that were posted in the PMAs. But again, you're just not going to get it's not going to tell you if you made money or not. Like we've had trades, for example, that, well, have a look at today's trade. I don't know if on this cable, yeah, this one here, I don't know if everybody's out of this trade. Darko is, so he broke even on it. If this thing goes straight up now and stops somebody else out, they're going to take a loss. So what do I post? Darko's or this one? Or somebody it goes straight down and they make 150 pips. Do I fudge the results and say, hey, yeah, this guy made 150 pips? I'm not going to do that. And so it's just very, very sketchy to and walking a fine line posting results. I know it sounds, everybody wants to see what are your results, but it's not as easy as it sounds, and I think it's out and out misleading actually. So anyway, let me see here. Great webinar, Vic. Good info and super service. Thanks. Oh, Mark, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, Jay, he says, I'm new to Forex. What's the best way to get started with you guys? Yeah, so I think that the thing is if you're completely new to Forex, I would get a bit of basic education first, Jay. If you can use your trading platform okay, and you know how to read candlesticks, you know what candlesticks are, and that kind of thing. I would say that the best way to get started is to do a short-term membership, maybe a 6-month membership, so you can make sure it's for you. I'm only saying that because you're going to get the cheapest monthly rate. Now, if you're okay with paying, a higher rate for a month to month, then that's your call. It's up to you. Let me see here. Oh, geez, Wolfgang, thank you so much. He says, if you cannot get profitable with this deal, you never will. Huh, thank you, Wolfgang. I have a biased opinion if I said I wholeheartedly agree with you. But yeah, Carl, he says, would your service work well with a funding program like Top Step Trader? I don't know, Carl. I don't know anything about Top Step Trader, and maybe I guess I can't answer that one. Max, you're most welcome. Max, good to see you as always. Will, hey, Will, how you doing? CC looks really great still. Good stuff. Super good. Well, good to hear from you. Yeah, I don't know about Top Step Trader. Never heard of it. But yeah, I mean, you saw what we do, and the thing is too, like, one thing you should know is that I still like to always listen to the PMA videos. You don't have to, like, for example, if you I'm just reading stuff at the same time. If you just looked at if you just went to here, you didn't have a lot of time in the day, and you say, I'm kind of rushed today. I can't. Let me just see what's setting up. Oh, ACAD. He's got an ACAD set and forget trade on the on the Aussie CAD pair. Okay, you can just do that. You don't even have to get into the PMAs. But the thing is with the PMAs is that you'll hear Darko's thought process behind why he's taking a trade, and what higher time frame structure that he's considering. Okay. Hey, Shahed. Oh, you just signed up. How soon? Well, the back office will get to you soon. Get to you like really soon. As soon as we get out of this, because Vic Young is doing the recording, and he'll administer that. So you'll say within a half an hour, something like that. Yeah. Oh, it's a prop firm, is it, Peter? So I don't know what the expectations of the prop firm is. If you came in there and you didn't have a trade for a week or two because there was nothing setting up, how would they feel about that? I don't know. This is all new to me. I've traded a fund before, but it was just for one that we were running privately. So I only had to answer to myself looking in the mirror. Yeah. Well, oops, here we go. Let me see. Okay, so this is from one of our existing members, Julie, and she says here, just wanted to say how I'm loving the new additions to the charts. Darko's charts helped me come out with a small profit on the GN today. Oh, that's excellent. And that's the one I was just talking about. this cable New Zealand dollar trade here, you know. And yeah, I should even wish I could copy those comments so that you can see that they are actually, people are making those comments here. I just have to believe me, I'm not lying to you. But anyway, yeah, thanks, Julie. That's great. Yeah, they are a big help, really big help. Yeah, well, guys, I think we'll just pack it up at that, and then so to keep the web, because it was just really to show around the room a little bit, and I think it's such a huge uh, added value, added care to the service, and I really would love to see, you know, anybody who would like to get into it to come on board with us. You'll really like it. Great, you know, the Skype chat room is just another good resource. I mean, people are sharing ideas in there. But it's in our Skype chat room, just so you know, we only talk about what Darko teaches. We don't, if somebody's learned some other trading method or approach from someone, we don't talk about it in the room. It would just cause chaos and confusion and overwhelm and all that kind of stuff. It's not that ours is so great and theirs isn't. It's because you have to have a single-minded focus, and you can't be jumping around all over the place with different people's trading strategies, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Julie. Geez, she's saying, well worth it. Best thing I did to join these guys. Super good. Oh, thanks, Shahad. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll just read it. He said, thank you for your advice in the email. Even when I was not a member, I appreciate that very much. So you guys make sure that you send me an email or ask me any questions that you want. Or this is, oh, I should have told you. Geez, I meant to say, this offer ends on this Sunday coming up, the February the 2nd. Okay, all of these discounted links. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, we really hope to see you with us. Thank you all so much for you know, taking the time out and being here today. Really appreciate it. And anything else comes up, you know, just shoot me an email and I'll be happy to get right back to you. Alrighty, and thanks, Vic. Thanks for doing the recording. Really appreciate it. Yeah, we'll talk soon, Renzo. Take care. Bye now.